Welcome back, folks. Now for another time for 2013 top 10 beating games that I've had. I know it's been a while. I've been sick. Uh, Very long process. I've been off work for almost 5 weeks, but now I'm better. Thanks God. But anyways, back to the topic on hand. This is my top 10 2013 beat games that I've beaten. Mostly on the PS3 or Xbox 360, but mostly PS3, but also other consoles as well. But first off, I want to start out as always. I want to start my honorable mentions. I got three this time, like last time, only because this is about almost 30 games that I've beaten, and there's so many that I just hate to leave some out. But I just want to quick honorable mentions. First ones you can see here is Bayonetta. If you like Devil May Cry, fast action, very fast action, precise timing of battles, and a little bit of a gothic look. And try this Bayonetta. It's so much fun. Fun game to do. Very highly replayable for different. Um, Not for the story. The story is the same. It's just different high playables for scores and uh, different moves you can learn. Other than that, just try it out if you like. This is my first honorable mention. This is my second honorable mention. This is on Nintendo Wii. This is Super Mario Galaxy 1. I'm a very big Mario fan, been there ever since the 80s, since Super Mario Bros. 1. Mostly a 2D platformer type game that I prefer, not the 3D ones, except for Mario 64, that was fabulous. Galaxy, I did like a lot. Something I didn't like about it is just that it was very enclosed as far as the small little planets. I'm trying to understand what they were going for, but I just like more slightly better open world locations like the 64 Mario or Nintendo 64. But if you want like another different type of Mario game, that's I mean this has a very 3D platform type game. Is you play upside down sometimes, and it's very fun, very good to play with. Try it out if you like, if you're able to get a hold of it on the Nintendo Wii or on the Switch itself. My last honorable mention is Red Dead Redemption 1. This actually really got me surprised because I almost never finished any Rockstar game. I've tried Grand Theft Auto 1, Grand Theft Auto 2, London, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and even 4. 4 I got pretty far, but I just couldn't finish it. All these games are just too long, too bloated, and some of the missions, and some are just I just didn't like. But Red Dead, oh man, this was fabulous. I mean, the Mexico part was kind of over welcomed as far as that mission itself. Once you get past that and get to the ending is great. It's a great ending of the game. Um, but if you want to try a cowboy game or a Rockstar game other than Grand Theft Auto or Bully, and I would definitely recommend trying out Red Dead Redemption 1 before you play Red Dead Redemption 2. But this is my last honorable mention. My number 10 spot on the list of 2013 games I've beaten is Warhammer 40k Space Marine. Now, I almost knew nothing about the Warhammer 40k universe before this, only bits and pieces. But once I started playing this, I was like, man, this has got some real deep lore. And the 40k, I didn't know what that meant until like I look into it, like, wow, that's far in the future. But anyways, this is a third-person shooter in the Warhammer. And Warhammer I know has different types of gameplay, different type of games, and I know it's a tabletop game. But this really got me into the lore and into the gameplay. It's very action-packed, fast-paced. It does have PvP online, which I did play that for quite a bit. And I think I did platinum this game, got 100%, if I recall. But if you really want to get into the Warhammer universe, and it seems very interesting as far as getting into the tabletop portions of it, you can try getting into this portion of the game. It's easy to get into, and then you can venture off to the other types of platform games that they have in the Warhammer universe. But love this, try it out. My number 9 game on the list is 3D Dot Game Heroes on the PS3. And this game also surprised me as well as how good it was. I am just I could say compared to the old-fashioned 2D over-the-top Legend of Zelda games, very similar to that. And I can attest to it that I've played a lot of the old Zelda games, 2D ones, not the 3D ones, except for Ocarina of Time. That's the only one I played. And I'm not gonna mention the other ones on the Wii I didn't like. But anyways, if you really want to try a Legend of Zelda type game, that's you don't have access to a Nintendo console of any sort, the Wii, Super Nintendo or the latest Switch ones, you can try this yourself if you have access ability to access to the game in some way or form. Three that game Heroes is so much fun. I loved it from beginning to end, and wish more games would be not say exactly the type of style game visually, but just the nature of it. My number 8 coming in is Dead Nation, which was released on the PS3 and Vita, and I think it was ported over to the PS4 as well. This is a over-the-top isometric type twin stick shooter. Is what it's categorized as. A lot of fun. Also, it's two-player co-op, local and online. A lot of fun. I mean, I played this game to death on every game mode, from easy all the way to the most difficult, and played online for a little bit. Loved it. I played it twice, even on the Vita, because I loved it so much, and I just wanted to keep playing it. But of course, other things to do, other things to play. But if you want to try Twin Stick Shooter, that was a lot of fun and like zombies, definitely check this out. And also, you can customize and upgrade your weapons, which are very difficult to do because you have a limited amount of cash to do so in the game. But if you want to try it out, please do so. Coming in at number 7 is Darksiders, the first one, starring War, which is one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. I like some of these gothic type games, not all of them, but some of them. But if you like Metroidvanias in 3D, this is one of the ones you should really try. Uh, I didn't see like that at first, but it is mostly like a Zelda slash Metroidvania type game. It doesn't seem like it at first playing it, but you do backtrack quite a bit to locate upgrades for your guy, and also backtrack to different parts of the maps to access other parts of the game as well. So if you're into that, exploring and pretty good action-packed games, and like the lore as far as the battles between heaven and hell and the four horsemen of apocalypse, this is a definitely good start before you get into Darksiders 2 and 3 and Genesis. So please try this out if you like it. At number 6 is BioWare's one of their masterpieces, which is Dragon Age Origins. This is actually, I believe, my first BioWare game, and I never got to play KOTOR. Yes, I know I'm ashamed of that, but eventually I'll get to it. Who knows? The remake comes out, I'll try KOTOR. But this, if you want to get into a BioWare type game, I would recommend start with this or Mass Effect, but I recommend this more. The dialogue options was vast as far as what you can, as far as characters you can recruit or not recruit, and also be with as far as relationship at the end of the game. Those dialogues can affect partially the ending of the game, but mostly just relationship between each character that you meet and their storylines. I love this game so much. Not so much the sequels. The Inquisition was good, but the first one was just phenomenal itself. And hopefully the fourth game coming up soon will be top notch and surpass this one itself. At number 5 is Borderlands 1. This is a first person shooter, looter shooter, as they titled it itself. At first glance, I was like, oh, the cell shading is overdone back in the PS2, Xbox original consoles, and thought, this is not going to be so great looking because a lot of the games became more realistic during the PS3, Xbox 360 area. But playing this, oh my god, it was just so much fun. The looting shooter can get overwhelming because you get guns consistently throughout the whole game. Every 3 or 4 minutes, you get new guns, and spec it out. You gotta throw away good ones, throw away some, and get the new ones yourself or whatnot, or sell it if you can. But you get 4 different choices of characters in the game, all with different skills and abilities. Most of them can use the same weapons, some cannot use other weapons. Like the Brick himself can use any weapon. He's a big tough guy, but he can use any weapon in the game. But the other characters have limits to what type of weapons they can use. I said it as local and online multiplayer itself for co-op, up to 4 players, which is great for team base. It's very hysterical, especially one of the NPCs called Claptrap. If you want to get into this, especially before the movie comes out, definitely try Borderlands 1. Coming in at number 4 is one of my favorite franchises of the PlayStation era, and this is Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. Unfortunately, this game is stuck on a PS3, I believe, and I'm not sure if you can stream it on the PS4 and 5 on the PlayStation Plus premium service, but check it out if you can. If you don't start with this game, this is actually the last of the timeline series from for Solid Snake himself. Do start out with Metal Gear Solid 1, I recommend, even though it is slightly outdated as far as the visuals, but it is one of the best stories that Konami's ever done, especially Hideo Kojima himself. Um, I love this game, the stealth mechanics, the gameplay. It does have a lot of cutscenes. I mean, cutscenes can go from anywhere between 3 minutes to even 15 minutes long. You can just get some popcorn or sit down and watch the cutscene before you start playing again. But they're worth it. They're so good. I mean, this Kojima needs to make a movie, or not of this universe, but make a movie himself, because the cinematics, the angle of the cameras, the pacing is so great, so good. But this is my number four game on the list. Love it. Want to get into a stealth espionage type game? Try the Metal Gear Solid series. You know, they tried to play the Metal Gear ones on the NES. Those are okay. I beat them both, but Metal Gear Solid is the way to go. Number three, my top three, finally. This is my number three, which would have been higher if it weren't for that two were slightly better. I love the first BioShock. This is actually BioShock 2. BioShock 2, very underrated game. Some people don't like it, saying it's just the same as the first. But what's wrong with that? The first was so good. Why not extend that? I mean, Call of Duty does it all the time. They just copy the first one and make the second one, just add a few more tweaks here and there. So, anyways, but I would say the storyline is just great. You fight some slightly new enemies, especially one which is the big sister, aside from the big daddy. Very difficult at times, but uh, the new weapons you chain and new attacks as well are so phenomenal. I mean, I love this game. I probably like this one better than BioShock Infinite, but that's to each their own opinion. Like BioShock 1, I will say just please play BioShock 2. It was so good. Hopefully they do justice with the next BioShock game coming out. At number two is one of the greatest PS3 games ever, and that is God of War 3. This is also Kratos' final adaptation of his storyline before, of course, the reboot in 2018, which is not really a reboot, it's a sequel, but I don't want to spoil anything. God of War 3. I mean, this was a phenomenal game for the PS3. I mean, what they achieved in this, the spectacular special effects, graphics, gameplay, the smoothness of the game, no lagging really. I mean, it was just phenomenal. I mean, the Titans themselves appear on screen. And this is back then. This system has 512 megabytes of RAM, which is not even shared like the 360 is. 256 video, the other 256 megabytes of regular RAM. So really, they're working with 256 megabytes of RAM for all these graphics. But if you want to take God of War, get into this. At my number one spot is Dead Space 2. This game, I'll say, the pacing was so good. First one gave me nightmares itself. This one not so much, but this one actually gave me more thrills, it chills, because you get such intense parts of the game that you just I react real fast in order to survive, get through it, kill the beast, and even the story was great. I loved it every second of it. I love this game so much. I probably like this one a little better than the first one. It's like comparing Aliens 1 to Aliens 2. They're both such great movies. One is just more scarier, more horror. Two is just more action packed, which is what this is. And I won't say it's 100% action packed. It's just a little more fighting and shooting in this game. This is probably the only game I have beaten multiple times, and actually I am the most proud of platinum because the platinum was so difficult to get. Not many people have gotten that platinum back then. I'm not sure about now, but back then they did it. And please play this if you like the first one. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.